was your day?
Kind of. I'm wanted to try and find a way to tie it to this scented candle, but I can't.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
my day was like the wax, and your day was like the flame.
My day was like...
Wheeze.
I mean, my day was just a bag of dicks. I don't know. I have no way to tie that into a metaphor with the candle that you're huffing, and just blew out.
Shoot!
What do you?
I'm so sorry. Just really wanted to breathe it in, and
Now I know what romantic candlelit dinners with your wife are like. Sweetheart, let me smell.
I inhaled that flame, like truly inhaled it.
Question for you.
Yes.
Excuse me. What is a disease? Like,
I mean,
no, but like, so here's the thing, right? Because like you have a virus, and I understand
Sure.
that a virus is a living organism.
right.
You have infections, which are bacterial, usually, right? Like
Yeah.
a bacterial infection.
Or viral. No, but you already said that.
Right. Which confuses me a little bit because bacteria in and of itself is also living, is it not?
I would think so.
Right? Bacteria is alive.
Yeah, it's growing.
So I don't know the difference between bacteria and viral, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But what is a disease, right? Because like,
According to Google, it's a disorder of a structure or a function of the human body.
so that's kind of what, like, as we're watching this movie, right? And obviously this movie deals with Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I started wondering that. I was like, okay, so a virus and a bacteria or a bacterial thing are things that are living inside of you. And I'm like, is a disease simply just a set of factors? Like, is it just that for whatever reason,
Something's
this
not working.
isn't working the way it's supposed to, and that's a disease?
I think so. And,
Okay.
And according to Google, bacteria can survive on its own because it's growing and doing its own thing. But a virus...
It's
needs,
symbiotic.
Yeah, like it needs whatever it's leeching onto.
Well, hello and welcome.
Welcome to the Movie Man Podcast. I am Peter, and taking us down this walk of life and disease
Yeah. How was my day? Is that what you were going to ask?
is Brady. And we're here to chat on the 7th installment of this series. We're here to talk about the 2011
Apes,
Rise.
Beneath, Escape, Battle,
'Cause there
War?
were
No, not
5
War.
originals plus Burton, so this would be 7.
Yeah, but what am I missing? Battle
I
and...
don't even know.
And...
Boredom for the Planet of the Apes. This is Rise of the Planet of the Apes, 2011.
Beneath, Escape,
Yeah. Conquest.
Battle, and Conquest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Tim Burton, and then, and then we're here.
Yeah. And I would say finally, like I've been wanting this for a bit.
I've been of both minds in that I knew that with these films would come a monicum of modern cinema.
I don't even know what monicum means, but that's
I don't
a
know
good word
either.
drop.
I think I used it right.
Monicum.
Hey, Google.
A
What
small quantity of a particular thing, especially something considered desirable or valuable.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
The statement had more than a... Yeah, I can't read that sentence.
Yeah,
But I think you
anyway,
used it right.
there would be some modern cinema.
Yeah. Yes.
Which, you know, is not necessarily, it's not a blanket statement to say that equals better cinema.
No.
I've seen Cats and I've seen The Sound of Music, and I know there's a
You be the judge.
There's a winner.
The listener can be the judge there.
But it is often, I don't know, more not more comforting. It's
it's you can't guarantee. I see what you're saying. You can't guarantee
easier watch.
You can't guarantee it's going to be better just because it's modern. But you probably can guarantee you're not going to get 6 minutes of James Franco going,
right,
right, when he sees an American flag.
Right. Yeah. Is that what triggered him in the first one?
Yeah, they were planting
Charlton
the flag.
Heston.
And he's
right.
like, well, I won't do it again.
Don't do it again. No, shouldn't have done it the first time.
He shouldn't have done it the first time.
But yeah, so I was looking forward to it. However, I have seen the first 3 of the 4 new ones.
Yes.
So there was also something a little bit where I was like, let's go on an adventure. Now,
Sure.
having said that, I'm not super familiar with these ones.
No.
I would say I've seen this Rise of the Planet of the Apes the most times. This may have been my 4th viewing.
Oh, wow.
I've seen the second one maybe twice. I feel like I've seen the third one maybe twice. And I have not seen Kingdom.
We haven't seen the new one.
No, we waited. We're like, should we go to the theater? And we're like, we're doing this series, and it gets all weird. And, but yeah, so I'm not super familiar with them, but I am. Yeah, I'm excited to be here too. I think.
Yeah.
Part of me was worried about this, because part of me was like, is it going to be a boring episode, right? Like, part of me was like, we're just going to watch those movies and we're not really going to have anything bad to say about it. And so, we're just going to sit there and like pump the tires of this movie for an hour. And then I started watching it with you and I was like, no, I got some things I can pick apart. There are some things that this film does well and some things that I have issues with. So yeah, without further ado, should we initial impressions?
Let's initialize it.
Okay. It's good. I guess I would say that it's the best one so far that we've watched. Yeah, and I feel confidently in saying that, but it takes some thinking and contemplation for me to reach that confidence.
Right.
Like for me, it wasn't an immediate like.
It wasn't an automatic,
right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, but it's certainly less iconic than the first one,
Yes.
and that's not going to change.
And I'd argue, the Tim Burton one we won't get into because there's a whole
It's
episode
notorious.
about that. But I even found it tried to be iconic. Like it has
Yeah.
an ending that at least catches you by surprise. This isn't as iconic.
No. But I think it's good. I think it does a lot of things really well. And like, I mean, I've basically already given my initial impression. There are definitely some things that I'm going to have issue with. Some things that I'm going to sound like a broken record about.
Sure.
But it's 2024 and most records are broken. So what say you?
My initial impression, and I will try and keep it brief.
Yeah, I'm a boxer guy. Well, that's not true. I used to be a boxer guy.
I don't want to.
You don't want to talk about what kind of underwear you wear?
No.
What difference does it make? Are you boxers or briefs guy?
Boxers.
Are you?
Yeah.
I used to be a boxers guy when I was like...
You briefly were?
Yes, briefly. When I... well, it depends.
Nice.
What's thong?
Oh, God.
No,
okay,
listen,
that's
no, when I was like 12 or 13 or whatever, I started into the boxers and became a real boxers guy because it was like, there was just something that felt more adult about it than wearing your tighty whities.
Sure.
But as like an adult, like I would say in the last 10 years, boxer briefs. Right?
Yeah,
like
that's
something
where
that
it's at.
still comes down partway down your thigh, but is still like, but isn't going to get bunched up ridiculously if you wear skinny jeans. Like your 17-year-old emo self. So boxer briefs all the way.
Yeah. I almost said strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. In the light of just being like the best of both worlds, and then I realized like the phrase I said didn't make sense. So just I get what you're saying. It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
My initial impressions. I wrote this down.
Okay.
I did wonder this whole time: was it absolutely necessary we had to watch those other 6 films first? I'm not asking. I'm just saying rhetorically. I don't know.
I mean,
yes and no. Yes and no. I will say with this. I feel like with this movie, the story is better executed, but less interesting than the original series.
Interesting.
Just hear me out. In one specific aspect, with 5 movies, it's hard to peg it down to one storyline. But I'll get with you in a second. We've got a child motivated to save his father's health, like that. It's simple, but it's well executed.
Yeah.
I feel like in the 1960s, and I'm cherry picking because each movie had its own premise.
This is your initial impression?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the 60s, I feel like it had a more interesting underlying premise.
This feels like a lengthy initial impression.
Poorly executed.
Yeah. Okay.
So like you had that whole time loop thing where was it that humanity was always going to be where it was, or because the apes came back? So like poorly executed.
Which I feel like I don't know that you can even fully give those films credit for that, because that was something that I feel like we sort of
read into
it and added to the interest of them.
So I feel like I'm excited for this series. I'm excited for the star power in this series. I forgot how many name actors were in this movie.
Yeah.
And I remember from it's either number 2 or number 3, like we get Woody Harrelson.
He's in number 3.
Yeah. So like we get some star power. So I'm excited. I feel like, in a nutshell, there's not as much maybe like philosophically interesting as there was in the 60s ones, but it's a simple premise here and it's better executed.
Well, and I think maybe we'll get, and I mean, again, we could sit and we could start reading some existential things into this one, right?
Sure.
Like I feel like they try a little bit with the girlfriend who's like, you're trying to take control over things that you shouldn't be taking, which it seemed crazy to me because her issue doesn't, in that statement, her issue doesn't appear to be with the whole intelligent ape thing. It appears to be with the cure to Alzheimer's. And I'm like, what do you have against the cure to, like, what kind, who hurt you? Like, why is that such a problem? Okay, so that's your initial impression.
How do you want it? Do you want to free for all this, or do you want me to go through the plot?
I want to broken record one thing right off the top.
Sure.
And this is something that I don't know if I've talked about it in our Apes reviews. I mean, I feel like I probably have.
Sure.
If not, I'm pretty sure I've probably talked about it on the podcast at some point in our last 400 and almost 30 episodes.
Yeah.
And if not that, I have I could do a TED Talk on this. I could PowerPoint the hell out of this. The naming convention for these films is batshit crazy, ass backwards, and completely moronic. Because, and this is, I'm going to say it right now, and I won't say it again for the rest of this franchise, I promise.
Okay.
This film is called Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Sure.
The next one is called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't make any friggin' sense. And then War of the Planet of the Apes is the third one. I've not seen Kingdom yet, as we've talked about. Maybe it's about a kingdom of apes. I don't know. Dawn, thematically or common sense wise, it would make sense if Dawn of the Planet of the Apes came before, because this movie is about the dawn of it. This is the dawn. It's the beginning.
But the sunrise is also the beginning of the day.
Yes, but the sun rises after dawn, right? Like you have dawn, and then the sun comes up, and now it's morning.
Is that how it goes? I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah.
It goes dawn.
Yeah,
okay.
Dawn is dawn not like when there is light, but the sun has not yet crested?
I think
look it up.
so.
Look it up.
I'll look it
up.
You're asking all these really interesting questions of definitions of things that we overlook all the time.
Man of science.
First appearance of light in the sky before sunrise.
Before sun comes
You're
up.
right. It literally says before sunrise.
So dawn happens,
Yeah.
and then there's the
sunrise.
rise, right?
Yeah.
And so that's stupid. And then what's really stupid is the film War of the Planet of the Apes. And I mean, this is obviously something we'll discuss when we get to that film. It doesn't have a war in it. There's no war in that movie. It's Prison Break of the Planet of the Apes. It's Shawshank Apes.
Redemption.
Like there's no war in that film.
Right.
So it's stupid. Like one of the most misleading crap naming conventions of all time for any films ever. But whatever is what it is. It really doesn't affect the quality of the film. But there you have it.
There you go.
Yeah, if you want to rifle off some of the stuff you got there, I definitely have a couple of mental notes, things that I want to touch on.
And then, when we hit it, you can springboard off of there.
Yeah.
So we're in San Francisco.
Oh, let me stop you right there. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
A pharmaceutical chemist is testing a viral-based drug on chimpanzees to attempt to cure Alzheimer's disease.
I love this. And I love this
interesting
because it adds a real emotional
big time
aspect for our characters, right? He's
simple.
Watching his father deteriorate.
It's simple,
but it's well executed. It's something that many viewers can relate to and will tug on heartstrings.
Even if they can't specifically relate to it, it's simple enough that they can say, wow, a child and their parent, strained.
It's also just a really grounded, reasonable explanation for the why.
Why is he pushing the envelope? Why is he skipping trials?
Well, and
how
why are apes smart? Right? Like why does the evolution get springboarded?
Yeah.
And it just works. Not that they didn't have an explanation for that in the originals. There was the virus that affected, and in this one, they kind of stay true to that in the sense that what James Franco's character is creating it's a cure, but it's a cure in virus form.
Right.
But it's, I feel like in the originals, they're like, we're going to give an explanation for it, but it doesn't necessarily need to be this ironclad thing. And we don't need to break it. Well, because it was the 60s.
Yeah.
Right. And there was less of a standard for us picking stories apart. There was less of it. Right. Yeah. And so, there was, because what is it in the originals? There's a virus that wipes out all cats and dogs. Yeah. And so humans start having apes as pets, and then the apes evolve eventually. And I don't know if it was like that same virus triggered something in apes or whatever it was, but it was just apes started questioning why.
Yeah.
And that works for the time period that it came out in, but this is just a much more grounded, and it really makes sense that the cure for Alzheimer's would be something that would improve cognitive function.
Yeah.
And that they would test it on apes.
It checks out.
And I don't have there's no moments in that aspect of this film where I feel like I have to suspend disbelief. Yeah. Right? I'm like, okay, checks out. That all works.
Yeah. No, you're completely right. The drug is given to a female chimpanzee.
Are you going through your notes or are you reading the plot?
Reading the plot.
Well, I don't know if we need to read the plot.
Oh, no? Okay.
No, just because we read the plot on the old ones because the movie ended and half the time we were like, so what happened?
Well, to your point of the simplicity of it too, we never had to pause the movie to go, what's happening?
What's happening? Let's look it up. Yeah.
Like, it's simple.
Yeah, it's straightforward.
And it's well executed.
Which I think, again, is a side effect of that modern, of the monicum.
Yeah.
Right? And so,
for better or worse.
If you have notes, let's work systematically through your notes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot No.
Okay, that's
I'm not
fine.
trying to be difficult.
No.
Yeah.
So go through your notes. If they cohabitate,
Yeah.
with my notes,
I want to.
You know,
I just want to start with star power.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, for better or worse, James Franco.
Yep.
For better or worse,
I struggled to like him in this.
and
I never used to. I used to really like James Franco. I used to like him in this. I'm not going to get into the whole
no
whether I think he's done, if he's a creep or if he's not a creep or whatever. But just like, you know, not even myself, not reading too much into it. I was just like, I don't feel comfortable liking you anymore. I don't think he gives a bad performance.
No. I think I've been able to separate that. Like, for me, I still see Harry Osborn. I still see the guy who, you know, wants to give you, you know, in this case, like, he wants to give his dad the comfort and the health that he wants. You know, like, I can look at the character.
Performance.
It's a good performance. So it didn't bother me, but I completely understand what you're saying. Andy Serkis, I mean, it's a bit different because it's not for face value, but he is involved in this movie.
Yeah, those 4 words he delivers in this film, incredible.
What were so one was no. What were the other 3?
No. Which I think is fascinating. That they made that his first word, because that is a word that holds a lot of weight in the Planet of the Apes franchise.
In the
because
universe.
because that was a word that they weren't allowed to say.
Humans weren't
allowed to say no. So he says that.
And I liked, just if we're going for ties to the original, I loved the Malfoy when he's saying, like, it's a madhouse. No, when he's saying, it's a madhouse, a madhouse. When, what's his name, butt naked, Charlton Heston was getting squirted down with a hose.
So he does that. There is the hose, right? They bring a hose back into this.
It's not as hokey. Like, it's a legit hose. I remember
hosing,
something about it being hokey in the 60s one. I forget what it was.
Hosing people down in a cell, though, right? Like, that's a thing.
That's
what
we paid to see, Brady. That's what we paid to see.
So he says the word no, and then at the very end he says Caesar is home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's it. Those are the only lines, right?
4 words.
Yeah. I like Brian Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's I can't think of a lot of things he's in right now.
X-Men.
I remember
X2.
He was in the Bourne movies. He played someone in those Bourne movies. He was like a guest star on Frasier for a few episodes. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good in this.
Yeah, plays the kind of jackass.
Usually does.
Yeah, he does.
Right? He's a little bit typecast in the guy that probably has some sort of self-serving motive.
He's the guy who's had the job for 20 years, maybe never got it for the best reasons, or he got it for the good reasons at the beginning, and then he's kind of thrown his weight around a bit.
Yep.
He's not in it for the...
He's willing to accept brown paper bags full of cash.
Yeah.
But aren't we all?
Oh, yeah, he's in Troy. I forgot he was in Troy. Apparently he's in Braveheart. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly we've got John Lithgow or Lithgow?
Lithgow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's incredible in this. Like,
he plays the part.
He plays the part of someone with Alzheimer's, but also someone with Alzheimer's, like, especially in the beginning, where he's angry, right? Or he
plays the roller coaster of
he's
it, though.
difficult. Yeah, he's difficult to get along with because he is frustrated at losing his own, right? Like someone, you know, oh, can you feed him? Of course I can feed him. Right? Like he's struggling with that. I'm still capable, but in a lot of ways maybe he isn't, and he's having trouble with that on a acceptance level. And I think he portrays that really well.
I think you're right. He portrays the roller coaster very well. Sometimes it's just nonverbal acting.
Yeah.
Like, he plays the fear, he plays the anger, he plays the joy at times. Like, he captures it all.
Yep.
I think it's interesting that just there's so many stars in this movie.
Tom Felton.
Now, who is that?
Malfoy.
Oh yes, sorry, I didn't even talk about him.
No, you're like
who always plays a jackass.
Yeah, but apparently is the nicest guy in real life.
That is nice to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what else he's in. He's The Borrower. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just find it interesting. It's apples and oranges. I know the movies came out in the 60s. This one's coming out now. But I just do find it interesting that they went the course of having so many well-known faces.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, let's branch out and just do unknowns. Let's just make it like a unknown series. I don't know. I
mean, they've all kind of done that, though. Right? Like, the first one has Charlton Heston in it.
I know. And it's probably because I'm not from the 60s, but other than Charlton Heston.
Yeah, see, and I don't know, but maybe some of them
time,
are, maybe they're big names.
And that could be. It just could be.
But even the Tim Burton one, you've got Mark Wahlberg, you've got Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, that was.
Right? Like, they're not nobodies.
So maybe it's just because the time period I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
You're right. The Tim Burton one was also, like, loaded with star power. That's fair. So that's not unique.
Right? It's like Sound of Music, right? To go back to Sound of Music again, if it weren't for Sound of Music, would you know that Christopher Plummer was a big deal? He was a massive deal.
Right.
But would you know that?
No, I wouldn't.
Probably not.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
I'll back off.
Thanks.
I'll ease up on the throttle
right.
here. Okay. Were there any other names? That's all I recognized. Party Girl number 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
Party Girl number 2.
Yeah. Woo.
Party Girl. I was going to say who were the party girls, but they were the ones who they brought in and tased apes to impress them.
Yeah.
They're
like,
that's next level bullshit.
You know what'll get me laid tonight? Animal cruelty.
Right?
Nothing.
And to their credit, they did not look impressed.
No.
Like, they were like, wow, what have we done coming here?
No, but
like, this is a
of
joke.
course. Like, they wanted nothing to do with these guys. But Tom Felton, like the Malfoy guy, he full on thought nothing will drop panties like tasing apes.
Yeah,
And it just didn't pan out.
It
didn't pan out.
I mean, I think it worked out in the end.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The guy dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. As statistically as 70% of all horny teenagers do.
70%?
Yeah.
That's pretty high. I don't think that's true.
Well, do you have a conflicting stat that you can Stats Canada?
Stats Canada. I was just gonna say I'll look it up on Stats Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck.
So I don't think the movie's without its flaws.
Definitely not.
As far as there's stuff I know you want to get into, but I'm just big picture.
Mm-hmm.
I found it really interesting at the beginning.
Ooh, perfect. I'm glad you're going to say this.
And then I found a bit of a pacing issue in the middle. And then it picked up at the end for me.
Ooh, interesting.
So
I disagree.
All I will say is the beginning is the most important for me. We get hooked on the
beginning is where there's real story and character.
But even like you empathize with this mother ape caring for the baby ape. You empathize with James Franco and trying to save his father. So
empathize or sympathize?
I guess more sympathize.
Right?
Yeah, probably. And you can root for,
like, I don't have a parent with Alzheimer's, so I can't
sympathize.
So I can't really empathize.
What?
Right? I can't feel what they're feeling.
No, you're right.
So I'm a stickler for definitions
tonight.
Today.
You are. That's okay.
Yeah.
And you can get behind him saving the ape and growing up. It's almost like a child. So like the beginning, great for me. The end, it really escalates. You have him saying no. You have them escaping.
No.
You have them clashing head to head with the humans. You have them escaping with the sunrise in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I just feel like the middle felt a little bit too much like 40 years in the desert wandering around.
Interesting.
Like I get it. They're being ostracized and kind of abused in this place. James Franco doesn't like it. The monkeys are unhappy. Like, I get it. Malfoy's a jackass. I get it. It kind of got to a point where I said, okay, either move on, I get it, or do something else with this.
Interesting.
And I understand you have to have the build up of, he becomes the leader of the pack and all this kind of stuff. But like I could have got there a bit sooner.
So I disagree aggressively.
Sure.
For me, we both agree about the beginning.
Yeah.
Beginning is bread and butter.
Perfect.
The middle is really solid for me.
Okay.
Because what you have in the middle is Caesar changing.
Yeah,
right?
you do.
You have all of the things that are happening to Caesar that are changing him, that are getting his wheels turning, and is going to cause his uprising, cause the revolution. And I think that's all really fascinating.
Sure.
For me, the end, the third act, becomes boring.
Oh, interesting.
And I think the third act is boring because the first act is really interesting.
Yeah.
The second act I still find interesting, right? Maybe a little less heart in it.
Yeah.
But is still, like, I feel like there's something sort of intellectual going on, right? I'm getting fed intellectually in Act 1 and 2. By the time Act 3 comes around, it's kind of just apes wrecking shit.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
Right? And so it becomes, like, the film sort of takes this shift into CGI, like, action movie type of thing, or CGI doomsday film wreckage, kind of smashing windows and flipping cars, and
you kind of get numb to it after a bit.
And you're just kind of like,
okay,
there's just more. Okay,
yeah.
And so it's like, it's an important part. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously that has to happen. It's a part of the story.
Yeah, they
have to go, pardon the pun, ape, and wreck the place. And revolt.
Right.
But there's, once you reach the point where that's what's happening, most, if not all, of the intellectual things that need to be said have been said. So, yeah, for me, the third act was, I was like, okay, I'm ready to wrap this up.
I honestly am actually wholeheartedly convinced by what you're saying.
Thank you.
Like, when I'm analyzing that more, it is quite right, because intellectually it doesn't have a whole lot to say by the end.
Like, the end is exciting.
You need
the end is more exciting than the middle.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because it's bigger energy.
Yeah. I still find the middle ground, like, dragged a bit for me, but I actually, like, I'm completely on board with what you're saying.
I think it's like there is nothing fascinating about the third act of this film.
No, that's fair.
Whereas the rest of it is a really fascinating. The rest of it is a study of how could our society go from what we know to a world where there are hyper intelligent apes, and the downfall of the human race, or the extinction of the human race, has been triggered,
right,
and set in motion.
It's a very bold and different direction than we've ever gone in any of the other films.
Yeah,
like, as far as basing it on present day, basing it on the human perspective first and foremost. I mean, it's like a from the ground up story. I mean,
Escape did it a little bit, right? Because that came out in the 70s, and I think it's set maybe early 80s or late 70s, or whatever. But it's still hokey because it's time travel and everything else.
Yeah.
Which brings me to a really interesting point.
Okay.
One of the big issues I have with this film, the original series was campy.
Oh yeah.
And over the top.
Sure.
And obviously not aiming to be super realistic. They had people in ape costumes. I mean, right?
I think that was the only choice they had.
Right, about as realistic maybe as they could have made it at the time, but it's still time travel, and it's by the time we see that first film, we're already in a society where apes are all hyper intelligent and have their own society and have a military and wear clothes and have scientists and their own religion and whatever else, right? And then there's time travel and under like subterranean wizards and whatever else, right? There's just this onslaught of
don't remind me
of over the top.
Remember that legit scene where they had a choir singing?
I know, yeah.
That was so bad.
But so here's
oh my god.
So here's the problem though. Because of that.
Oh.
Because of what they're aiming for in those films. There's dumb moments. Yeah. There's bad acting. Yep. There's bad writing.
Sure is.
But there are very few moments where I look at anything in those films and I go, come on. Like, I don't know if I buy that. Right? Because the conceit of those films is already suspend all disbelief.
Right. I guess.
Right? And so you're already in a place where you're like,
sure.
I mean, I don't really need to buy any of it. It's all pretty fantastical. This film's different in the sense that this film tries to be very grounded.
Completely.
And as a result, my standards become much higher while watching it. And there are moments where I go,
so like when?
Come on. Well, I mean, you had them too, right? Where like the orangutan picks up the manhole cover and flings it 100 yards.
Yeah, I was like
you know, and I don't know. I mean, I looked it up, and they have a grip strength of 600 pounds, so maybe. But still, you have those like.
Or jumping through the windows, like all these apes jumping through the windows, like it's through tissue paper,
through plate glass, like it's tissue paper, right? And you're like.
Like no scratches, no even like how my elbow hurts.
You know? Yeah. Or like when Malfoy gets is literally electrocuted with a cattle prod, which is not that is not that aggressive.
I don't think it is.
But even if it could have killed him, for the 3 seconds that he was getting zapped with that, his face wouldn't be beet red and covered in burns. Like it microwaved him.
It was like tomato sauce all over his face.
So it's just stuff like that where I'm watching it, I'm going, because you are offering me a grounded, realistic experience, when you don't deliver on that, right? It's kind of like if you show up at a wedding and the wedding's in a backyard and people are eating at picnic tables and it's a potluck style dinner and it's, whatever else. Yeah. Then when the groom gets married in blue jeans, you're like, okay, right? Like that's just the type of wedding that this is. It's like a home. However, when you have a wedding that's at a fancy
country
cathedral
club.
And the reception's at the country club or at this hotel and they've rented out the entire hotel so that people can
and the mayor's coming
and it's a 4-course meal and there's a cigar and whiskey bar and there's all this
state senator showing up.
Then when the groom is in blue jeans, you're going,
wait a minute, hold up,
like a standard has been set here. Right?
This isn't consistent.
And it's not consistent.
Right.
And so that actually, I found myself more critical and having a harder time buying into some of these stuff going on. Now, do I think everything in this film is more plausible than most of what happens in the original franchise? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I was never asked to believe the original franchise.
No.
I do feel a little bit like I'm asked to believe this film.
That's fair.
And some stuff I just can't.
Yeah.
Right? Some stuff I'm like, I don't know, Joe.
So. I'm really happy. I think this might be the second time I've watched it. If not, I haven't watched it much more than that. But I never if so, it's number 3 at most.
Sorry, I'm just like, to me that translated to, this might be the second time that I've watched this. If not, it's not 10. Anyways, go on.
You pointed this out. I really was, it went over my head the first time, but we saw the Icarus spacecraft going off.
Yeah.
And then, a couple scenes later, we see...
Was it James Taylor or something? Richard Taylor?
Yeah, I didn't catch in on those details, but I saw the Icarus.
No, I mean in the original. Like,
James Taylor? Michael Taylor? Yeah.
What is Charlton Heston's character's name in Planet of the Apes?
And then we see a couple scenes later...
Apes has 43 characters.
Oh.
Here are the first three. Cornelius, Dr. Zaius, and Dr. Zira.
No.
Go to hell.
And then a couple scenes later, we see that the Icarus has been lost in space. So I do enjoy the tie-in there.
Yep.
And I'm assuming then that's pretty clear cut that this is in the same universe. Like, it does that not take out any... Because before, it was like, him,
Okay.
I think so. This is
George Taylor. What?
George.
I would never have...
I
would
know.
not have arrived at George.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is pretty definitive now, right?
Here's the thing. Let's talk about this.
I mean, it could be an alternate version, I guess.
I think ultimately it's intended to just be a fun Easter egg and a nod and whatever.
Sure.
Having said that, is there a way? Because the original timeline kind of resets itself.
Yeah.
Right? In that, like with the time travel, right? And they go back and it turns out that now, because the original way that it happened, no, I don't think it can. Right? I don't think it can because the according to Cornelius and Zira,
right,
the original way that this all happens is with the virus with the cats and the dogs.
Okay.
Then they go back in time.
Sure.
They have a kid named Caesar.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's now intelligent apes in the 90s is what ultimately jumpstarts everything.
I think you're probably right. It's probably at most a fun nod. Sorry, at least a fun nod. At most, maybe it's some alternative timeline of there's some connection.
Because if you take out the virus with the cats and dogs thing,
yep, then it does.
Then I think it totally can connect, and these films are simply the
prequels,
the history of Charlton Heston's timeline of the story before Cornelius and Zira go back and change history. But with that virus thing, it can't connect.
I think you're probably right. This makes me regret watching the other movies. You know, it makes it unfortunate because I really wanted there some tie-in, and personally, I wanted there to be some reason that we watched them all. Now,
is there a reason that this can't connect to the Tim Burton one?
I mean, I don't think there's a reason.
Because that movie was like, it's not even Earth. It's not even Earth, right? What does it matter? A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Planet of the Apes.
I mean, I don't know if I didn't even want to think about that movie anymore. That the amount of macking that Mark Wahlberg did with those monkeys was just...
What I would like to see in this, let's say there's an end date for this new franchise. Because I think we're getting at least 2 more.
Seriously?
Yeah, like I think it was supposed to be... Because I think it was going to be done with War. Okay. Like it was supposed to be a trilogy. And then when Disney bought Fox, they committed to making another trilogy.
Gotcha.
I think. We'll take that to the bank.
We'll find out.
What I would love is for the 6th and final film in this to be a loose remake of Charlton Heston's, right? So that astronaut that you just caught wind of going lost in this one, we get to see arrive 1,000 years or whatever it is in the future,
right?
And goes through the whole not realizing it's Earth and whatever. Like that to me would be so poetic and would give me that nice tie-in all together that I would want.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I think that'd be great.
Yeah,
and then a 7th film where there's underground people and they blow up the whole Earth. Yeah.
Charlton Heston's ass
and
comes
things
back.
And apes just start, like apes hit the ground and then explode, right? Yeah. Yeah, get Michael Bay to direct that one.
Oh, yeah.
He'll do a good job.
What else did you want to hit on? That's about it off my list.
I think that's largely it, except for, and this is something we kind of talked about while watching it.
Sure.
When these movies came out,
specifically
when this movie came out, the CGI was groundbreaking.
Sure.
Right? This was the Jar Jar Binks of, like, it really, and everyone's, people are going to think I'm being facetious there. I'm not. No. Right? Jar Jar Binks, like, say what you will about The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Visually, for 1999, that movie kicks all kinds of ass.
Right.
Like, it's just insane how good that movie looks.
Yep.
So, and this was akin to that, right?
Yeah,
this was like, you couldn't believe it. It looked so real
at the time.
Yeah. It doesn't now.
No.
It's not garbage.
No.
It's not bad. It's good.
It's good.
It's good CGI.
Yep.
It's not amazing CGI anymore by today's standards. And it makes me curious and excited to see what Kingdom looks like. Or even the next one, right? Because the standard is going to get higher purely on the fact that, like, in the next one, it's most like the focus on apes becomes more and more paramount, right? They become more and more the main characters of the movie.
Right.
Arguably, Caesar's not even the main character of this movie.
No.
Right? James Franco's character is.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely not the case in the next one.
No.
So.
No.
And I'm excited because I remember the next one being boring as shit. Just kind of being like, well, what is even happening here? Right? Like, some apes, and there's a tribe of people, and they're not getting along with each other, and there's some fighting over weapons or something, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I remember it just kind of feeling like the awkward purgatory between an interesting story about how it all starts,
right,
and then like an actual and now we're there kind of movie.
Right.
Just this sort of like holding stage type thing.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Cool.
You ready to score it?
I think so.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rank the poorly titled Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's low.
I'm not quite...
How low can you go, sir?
My initial scoring is just, I'm not quite ready to give it a good score.
Right.
But it's not bad. And it's above the midway point.
Yeah.
I gave the highest I ever gave one of the original ones was a 6.
Yeah.
And so that's where I came here. It got at it from a different angle.
Remember.
Different perspective.
I don't remember what I gave him.
But I gave it a 6 out of 10. Maybe I'm being too critical. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll come back and I should have given it a 7. But
yeah, there's that one scene. So
I'll
good.
give it a 6.
It was really good with the egg.
I'll give it a 6.
The egg and the backwards fork.
Why did you?
Like that's
that's cinema.
If that's not art.
Why did you give it out of 10?
Wow. I'd give it a 7.2.
Okay. Not a whole lot higher.
I'm not ready to go 7.5.
Like with the amount of you were upset, I was expecting you to say like an 11 out of 10.
No, it's just no. It had nothing to do with. It had to do with like literally since the day that we said let's do Planet of the Apes. You have been horny about these films. You have been ready to go.
Listen, it's all about context, right? It's like, yeah, this movie's not a 10 out of 10, but it's sure as hell better than those like kooks singing in a cathedral underground.
You literally like.
I knew what kind of crap we were in store for.
You literally like if this film was date night, and all of the films leading up to this were like soccer practice with the kids and a PTA meeting. But this movie was date night.
Yeah.
You came home from work with your belt undone. You were like, you were ready to go, my friend. And so I was just
That might be
surprised
a bit too much of a metaphor.
And so I'm just surprised to see you here.
I'm a little disappointed.
Sitting up in the bed, smoking a cigarette, going, well, it's not the best I've ever had. Like, I'm just surprised.
I am disappointed. I was hoping I would have given it like an 8 or a 9. Like, I was hoping for more.
Yeah. Well,
I am disappointed.
Okay. 7.2.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I haven't asked you in a bit. I haven't seen you in a bit because, you're not really part of the podcast anymore. Guilt trip. What have you watched lately?
Okay. I'm going to answer this in a way that I'm going to put you on the spot. When we're done, can I just give you Cole's notes of a couple movies I watched, and then can we do a bonus segment for the Patreon that's maybe like 10 or 15 minutes to talk about something I watched
Sure,
this
yeah,
week?
I absolutely, because our 10-15 minutes Patreon things are always an hour long.
I mean, I don't have an hour, and I don't think it'll last an hour.
All right.
But we'll see.
All right, so I'm not allowed to talk then in it? That's fine. Fine by me.
Okay, I watched a bunch of movies. I watched the 2005, I don't know if I mentioned this before, The War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Gave it a 4 out of 10.
Yep.
Adequate, but I was on the Tom Cruise raid.
He didn't measure up?
No, he didn't. Not like the new Top Gun.
Okay.
Not like the new Mission
Short
Impossible
joke.
that's coming out.
Right, okay.
I watched the 2001's Recess, School's Out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My daughter was homesick one day,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't want to watch Paw Patrol.
No, it's sick, man. Recess slaps.
It actually does.
And I really I think there's like a Christmas movie where they're like snowed in at the school.
Interesting.
That one's sick.
I'll go check that one out.
December's coming.
The movies or the show has a lot of adult humor that like actually you kind of laugh at.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of stuff that went over my head when I was a kid.
A lot of those shows were really good for that.
I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I watched Benji.
Wowed you.
I watched so many things on Disney Plus. I watched 1987's Benji the Hunted. Gave it a 5.
Is that?
It's this movie about a dog. Like I'm talking like a lap dog. Like
Okay.
I don't even know what breed it is.
Yeah.
But he's lost in the woods.
Schnauzer.
He gets like separated from his owner.
Yeah.
And he finds these orphaned cougar cubs, like wild cougar cubs, and like leads them through the woods to try and find an adoptive parent. And he's chased by wolves and chased by grizzly bears. It's a
and sorry, what did you give this film?
a 5 out of 10. It's
on par with Recess, School's Out.
It's exactly on par with that.
All right.
I watched a Netflix documentary called The Comeback 2004 Boston Red Sox. It was a really well done miniseries. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Oh my God.
I love myself baseball. I love myself baseball documentaries.
Yeah.
One of the most iconic World Series of all time. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I remember it well.
2004, man.
Caught the homer. Is that it? People don't call it that, do they?
Yeah.
A homer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like that's the slang.
Like
that's a slang for a home run.
like Simpsons?
Yeah.
All right.
Like the slang.
Yeah.
I watched 2 movies.
Well, if I'm not hip with baseball terms, and I ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I watched Homeward Bound, #1.
Yes.
And I watched Homeward Bound #2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's so true. The #1 I gave an 8 out of 10. It's classic. We've reviewed it. Check out that episode.
Except for that song, which you give a 10 out of 10.
Oh, so good. I watched #2. Not only is it not good, I gave it a 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was very mid.
Yeah.
But
because they were like, we have created a beloved, wonderful, a remake, nonetheless.
Correct.
Because
yes,
the Incredible Journey is, but they're like, we have made just a masterpiece here.
Absolutely.
I think the only thing that could make this better is a house burning down because of a discarded cigar bud.
Like, what the hell?
In San Francisco.
It's so true. You go from the wilderness and the majesty of the wilderness.
Oh, there's nothing more wilderness than San Fran, my friend.
Well, no, in #1, you've got like grizzly bears and like mountain lions. In #2, you literally have like litter
Greasy
and
men.
street gangs.
Greasy men.
It's so bad.
Yeah, just greasy
and
men.
The thing that's bad, you go from the concrete jungle of blandness in number 2 to the majesty of nature in number 1. But also you've got the theme that they don't even use in number 2. Like they use it in the closing
briefly,
credits and that's
yeah.
it. I'm like, wow. That's it. That's all I watched this week. The rest we will cover in the bonus segment.
Well, and it's literally like to do a sequel is literally like it's like Home Alone 2, which don't get me wrong, Home Alone 2 is incredible.
I'd argue it might even be better than number 1.
It might be.
Yes.
But yeah, you watch Home Alone or Homeward Bound 2 and you're like where is the humane take these pets away from these people? Like
it's so true. Well, and the whole premise of number 2 is like they're going on a camping trip and it involves them to travel with the pets and to take them out of their home. And I'm like, guys, have we not learned our lesson? Like these pets,
literally,
they've been through enough.
Last summer, you effed up.
They've been through enough.
Yeah.
Like, don't even, like, they're putting them on a crate in a plane alone.
I've adopted cats, and when you adopt a cat, you have to like check a box going indoor cat or outdoor cat,
right?
And then they'll make a decision based on whether or not they will let you have this pet. And the Homeward Bound family, they're not getting pets if they're answering honestly.
I mean, it's so true.
You know,
like you've put
there's
these
no
pets
crying
through.
moments.
Is there a third one, or did they cut it?
No,
good.
Yeah,
like they've put those pets through enough shit.
Yeah,
just like stay at home and camp in the backyard for goodness sakes.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. What did you watch this week?
So, I mean, some of this is going to be follow up to an episode that I've already done with Carl that hasn't been released yet.
Sure.
But I'll rehash some of those things just in case the listener didn't, you know, they were like, well, I don't want to watch that shit. What did I watch? We've started Star Wars with my mom.
So what order? The first order?
Here's the thing. The first order.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. And again, I can't go into great detail about my reasoning.
Of course.
On the podcast because my mom listens to the podcast and I don't want to spoil what's to come.
No, should you?
We're going to do order of release.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that if you have not seen them ever before, and she's seen the original trilogy.
Yep.
Not since the 90s.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And she says, admittedly, didn't really, like, the first time she watched them, didn't pay close attention.
Sure.
You know, was like, oh, okay, now those guys are shooting those guys, and I guess those are the bad guys. But wasn't, like, paying attention to story.
No.
And so we've watched A New Hope.
Sure.
But I chose this order just because there are some things that I think, even though she already knows, I would say all of the big twists of the original trilogy.
Sure.
I think there are some things that are going to be more impactful if you watch it in the order that it was released in.
Yeah. For a lot of people, that's the way they did it.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong.
So watched that. Watched. What did Brianna and I watch the other day?
House?
We watched a movie. We're done House. We finished House.
You finished
House is
okay.
over.
Nice.
And have started our new show.
Lost.
No.
Okay.
Only Murders in the Building.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you know what that is?
I think I've watched maybe like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah. So we're stoked. It's fun.
On paper, it seems like the best thing on earth. You got Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Selena Gomez. I just haven't picked up what they've laid down so far.
Okay.
But there's 3 seasons, so it's clearly good.
We're 2 episodes in.
Okay.
So I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I will report back on that.
Yeah.
And then we watched a movie the other day.
Okay.
What movie did we watch? It wasn't Finding Dory. That was like a week or 2 ago. Yeah, I'm drawing all kinds of blanks.
Huh.
I don't know.
Just assume it was Bubba Hotep.
It was good, whatever it was.
Yeah, Bubba Hotep.
No. Anyways, I don't know. I think it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a great time. Wrap it up, sir.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so already, please like, follow, subscribe. Check out our Patreon page, our merchandise page. It's a way for you to help support the show, pay the bills. It's not free to run a podcast, but it's a way for us to give you perks, whether it's increased bonus voting power, whether it's bonus content, bonus episodes, video streams of episodes. It's ways to get connected with us. And until next time, whether we're doing the next Apes,
and we have merch.
I did say merchandise.
Pete doesn't like to sell.
I did say merchandise.
Did you? Okay, all right. I don't. Listen.
But it's worth a double plug.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, it's worth one plug. Join us next time, whether we talk about Apes, whether Carl's here to talk about first time watch, or just whatever we're doing. Just stay tuned. You dang dirty ape.